Yo, 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 what's up? This is WarBird, and this is the Apache Underground Show. I'm sitting here with Fonz. Fonz is a good friend of mine. He's an affiliate, and he's got some really cool and interesting things to share with us. As well, we got a good breakdown of what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about the Les Brown Prodigy program, and we're going to help Fonz get all set up with that. We got the Roe versus Wade case, which is breaking news. We're going to have a few words to say about that. Second Amendment right, which is something that is also a big win that happened today, this morning, this week, whatever it is. And then cool thing about it, Apache Underground and our Philly our business, we got a couple of court cases that we want to discuss that we got going on too. So without any further ado, Fonz, say what's up to Edene, which means people.
What's up, peoples? How's everybody? I'm hoping that we're finding everybody doing well, and getting excited to rock the house.
Rocket.
Planning.
That's right. All right. So, this is going to be like a quick rundown of what we've been doing, what's been going on, what's been happening, how we've been progressing. Because what we talk about a lot on this channel, or what we want to talk about, and this is the second episode, whatever. We've done other things in the past, but what we really like to focus on is betterment and getting better, and the steps to do better, and getting bigger, getting stronger, eating better, so your body can run optimally. Us as human beings, we got these cool abilities that, many of us have never got to experience before. And a lot of it is being in tune with your body and knowing what's really going on, knowing what's going on in the spirit, because if you haven't noticed by now that we're in a spiritual war, then you're blind and you got to wake up. Wake up! All right. So, yeah. Bounce off of what I just said right there, Fonz, and let's get into this thing, huh?
Well, yeah, man. We have been at this for quite some time now, and we both have a perfectionist mindset. So, it's taken us a little longer than maybe some other people, but that's how serious we are and passionate about what we're doing and what we've been doing. And we see the need for reform in health and institutions, and we see the need for and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm excited to start chipping away at this stone to the sculpture that's within, so we can see the sculpture that's within, I should say, right?
Okay, so let me just, I think I reference, there's this picture that I see in my mind of David, the sculpture of David, sculpting himself out of this fat body. Have you seen that picture that I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, it's all out there. But is that what you're talking about?
That's basically what it's coming down to. They say trimming the fat, right? And we got a lot of fat in this country. We have an abundance of everything. And the problem with having too much of a good thing is that then it becomes a toxic thing. And so we have a lot of toxicity in our country.
Okay. With that being said, it sucks. Like, we have to deal with it, and we have to. These are the spiritual wars that we are fighting against. And one thing that I've learned, throughout my short life here on Earth, is that you have to promote what you want to see in the world and absolutely demolish any thought, idea, or anything that has to do with anything that you don't want to see out there. Like there's topics and discussions that we can get into at length, and it could be all about hate, or it could be about construction and focus, and that's really how it gets down to it. I mean, that's the way I think about it. Just like let's talk about the Roe versus Wade case. Like this is the thing that's been, you know, a big deal as of today. They're bringing it forth that they want to abolish this and bring back, or they've abolished it, and they've given the authority on abortion back to the states. Okay, I live in California. Okay, so we have this nut job named Gavin Newsom, who is pro baby killing. You know what I mean? And that's the way I look at it. And I'm entitled to my opinion. Okay? And he wants to kill babies, and I don't see the reason why these babies need to die, because these women out there feel that they have the right to take that life. You know what I mean?
Well,
everybody has responsibility for every decision that they make, whether it's a recreational decision, an exhibitional decision, a good decision or a bad decision. You know what I mean? If you mess up, that's on you. You know what I mean? And if you get pregnant, that's your responsibility. You know what I mean? No, I don't. I'm not a woman. I don't have the ability to make a baby on my own because I'm a male. Okay. But if I were to make a female, or if I were to make a baby with a female, then I would be responsible for that life as well.
Well, here's the thing, and I just before we go any further, not everybody even really knows. People are upset, and they don't even know what they're upset about. I've talked to so many people; they don't even know what Roe versus Wade was. They don't even know what's being overturned. They're just upset. And it's like, well, what are you upset about? If you see people out there, you have bloggers, you have people out there, questioning, asking the questions out there in these protests. People don't even know what it is. And so I just, really quick, Roe versus Wade was a landmark decision of the U.S. Supreme Court in which the court ruled that the Constitution of the United States generally protects a pregnant woman's liberty to choose to have an abortion. And that's what Roe versus Wade was. Now, here's the thing: it protected because it's no longer doing that. It protected a pregnant woman's liberty to choose to have an abortion. Now, see, that was then, though. See, that we're looking at 1973. Okay, and in 1973, Roe versus Wade probably made sense because that was in 1973. We didn't have what we have today, where these girls, these young ladies, are out there giving up their life to whatever and just having, unprotected sex and using abortion as birth control. That wasn't something that the morals have changed from 1973 to now. In 1973, you couldn't even have somebody on a movie set wearing a whole complete bathing suit because it wasn't something that we did as Americans, because it was considered, it was a whole different ideology. We had a whole different, we had more conservative values that were strong and stronger than we have now. It's been deteriorated. It's so deteriorated that now we had to overturn that as conservatives and put in a new restriction, because people are using the girls, and I say people because it takes two to tango, right?
Right.
So both boys and girls, and even adults, people that can call themselves adults, are using this as birth control, and that's not no, it's not. You're murdering a child is not birth control. And if you don't understand that having sex can lead to having a baby, then we need to get back to the basics. As simple as that. It's the root cause.
Yeah, and if we're getting back to the basics, why are we doing that at our respective ages now, or we're needing that at our respective ages now? So that just goes back and points to the school system and all the let's just call it what it is, bullshit that they're trying to bring into the school system. For kids that don't even know what that is. I mean, it's like if you don't introduce evil to something that is good, then it doesn't know of it, so it doesn't think of it. It doesn't. They don't meet.
Right.
You know what I mean? If they don't meet, it doesn't make a difference. You know what I mean? Like, but you're introducing at such a young age, and you're just and at that point, and it's systematic, and we know it, and we're calling it out. This is us calling out. I'm like, I'm not saying it's conspiracy theory anymore. I'm calling it out because I see how it is. You know what I mean? They're doing it in order to like normalize it. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry, but like, I don't have kids, but my niece and my nephew and other children in my life that I care about don't need to be seeing that bullshit.
No, and I have kids. And that's the thing, is that, what I'm teaching and I'm having to protect my kids from now is different than what my parents had to teach me and how to protect me from, different than what my parents had to, again, going back to 1973, right? And so in those days, it was one of those things where if you got pregnant, it was, that girls were so terrified of their dads, because there was still dads in the home, that they would opt to go wherever they could to get rid of this baby, because they made the mistake of falling for the guy that was telling them let's or if it was just the girl herself, right? So again, it goes both ways. And so now, it's so, there's so many issues. And I remember somebody was talking about this in another article somewhere, but we can't even get one issue taken care of. And today looks like that there was a win there. But people are already screaming that why? What for if it's not going to do anything? Well, it's because they're looking at it the way they're looking at it, right? They're not understanding that now it's going to force people to start thinking about what? Hopefully, contraceptives. What has been available. And in this country, there is no excuse. There is no excuse, because you can go to for those people that love the Planned Parenthoods, you can go to any Planned Parenthood and get free contraceptives. Just like Planned Parenthood gets accused of all those other murderous things, and I'm not saying that it's not true, you can also go to Planned Parenthood and get things to prevent you from getting pregnant. And so, now it's going to be, I don't see Planned Parenthood getting up and making statements There's nothing to fear because we have contraceptives. There isn't anything to fear.
Right.
But the thing is that it goes back to people just want to be wild and they want to continue doing what they're doing, and they have no regard for life. Complete disregard for life.
Speaking of that, we're going to roll right into our next topic. The Second Amendment. Okay? The Second Amendment right in the state of New York and 7 other states, could be 6, and for a total of 7. Not quite sure, so whatever. Fact checking. Fuck it. Excuse me for my language. Anyway, see, this is the type of stuff we're going to try to keep down on this channel, but we're human. It's going to happen. Whatever. All right. But New York and plenty of other states are trying to grab your guns. They're trying to make it so you can't defend yourself when they want to bring down the hammer, whatever that might be. Okay, because you got to remember, like, the people that want to control you are the people in the positions that are able to do so. So you gotta think. Some people in these positions that you care about or you should care about, or you should be watching like a hawk, are not doing their jobs, and some of them are sickos. But you guys keep on electing them in there. So it's time to wake up, do your homework, and figure out who's who. All right, just do it. It's like you only got a few people to police and to worry about, and those are your senators and your congressmen and your governor. Do it. You know what I mean? Those are things that you just got to do. That's your duty as a private living human being that wants to live under the Constitution, wants to be free. Anyway, so New York and several other states were trying to grab people's guns, and someone put in a lawsuit, and lo and behold, it was found out that these regulations that that the state of New York was trying to put on people about owning guns was unconstitutional. And if you guys don't know the Second Amendment right, it's about your right to bear arms, and you have a right to bear arms. That means owning and carrying a piece, a rifle, a handgun, whatever it might be, on your purse, on your vessel, okay? And it is not to be infringed upon. It is not to be infringed upon. Just like that, boom.
It shall not be infringed upon according to the Constitution. And that's the term.
Shall.
And that shall not.
And
There's
shall
a difference,
means
and that's the thing. It shall not be infringed upon.
Yeah.
It's not even a question.
Yeah.
It shall not be infringed upon. Period. And that's it. And the thing is, the right of the people to keep and bear arms is a right. So there is no discussion. There is no further discussion. So then we need to get off of that. See, this is the thing. This is why there are all these clowns. All these clowns running around talking about, this, that, and the other. And you have radicals on both sides. You have radicals running around with AR-15s at the beach. It's stupid. Okay, because we have to what is it? What do a lot of these guys say? They run around and they say that they run around this way because they're practicing their Second Amendment right. I get that. But the thing is that there's radicals on both sides. Just like the ones that want to come and knock on my door and take all my guns. There's radicals on both sides. Look, it's very simple. I have a right to keep and bear arms. So then, with all the issues that we're having today, with school shootings, with all of these things, we need to start thinking about how to protect those that are around us, and without infringing on our Second Amendment right. There is no looking at there is no looking at that. And for all of those people that keep trying to do that, those people need to be removed from office or never be allowed in that. They are terrorists to this country. Anybody who is willingly going up against one of our constitutionally protected activities is against what the Constitution of America is, and they're not American. They need to go somewhere else with that shit.
Guilty of treason.
It's as simple as that.
Guilty of treason.
There is no this, that, and the other. There isn't. It's as simple as that. I don't like the fact that I have to wake up now worrying about my kids in school getting shot up. I don't like that more than anybody else. It is absolutely a tragedy that we have gone this long and we still can't protect our kids in these schools. We send $60 million, $40 billion to Ukraine, and we can't set up a security system or even the same thing within our state departments and our police departments. We can't set up police protection in our schools. And see, people can argue and say, well, it's not going to stop it. Just like people were talking about with Joe versus Ray. What's it going to change? Well, I tell you what, it will make that person who is thinking about doing what they're doing have to think a little bit more about how they're going to do what they're going to do. Because who's going to be in their way? The person with another gun. It's as simple as that. So in anything that we're doing with guns, if I'm trying to get into a school, and I got a gun, I'm going to go after the person with the gun. That's going to give the kids time that they didn't have before. So that's just an example, right? But we need. I don't care
the latest school shooting. The latest school shooting. This is right. The latest school shooting. This is what your police of that city did. They stopped their parents from entering the school to rescue their own children.
Right.
That's bullshit. That's what the police did, and that's what needs to stop.
Right.
Okay? Right. So, just so everybody's clear of what treason is, it's the crime of betraying one's country, especially by attempting to kill the sovereign or overthrow the government. Okay? That's a noun. Let's see. And another noun is the action of being betrayed by someone or something. Okay? So, those little children were betrayed by those cops. Okay? And they were denied, their right to safety from their parents. You know what I mean? Like their parents were denied that right to. Their parents were denied the right to protect their property. That's what happened. Okay, and those kids those kids are our parents' property. Okay, now. You're hitting the nail on the head on like how are we combating these issues that we are running into as a country. Okay, the silent majority is awake. We're pissed off, and we are going to make a difference because we're not idiots. We see and we call out bullshit, and what we do is we do something about it. Okay. And Apache Underground, we're doing something about it. And what have we been up to? Let me tell you, this is our last little bit of talking points. It's current court cases that we have going on right now. Okay, I have personally, studied law since about 2016, 2017. And it just is what it is, I just put in the time, I put in the work, and I put in the reading time. You know what I mean? I've done a couple of cases, and I still got a couple going on. And my latest one it's a federal case. So this was filed in federal court in San Diego. I think in the 4th District or 9th District, wherever we are here. But I filed it downtown San Diego at the federal courthouse building. And so anybody can take a look at this information for themselves and look it up. It's all um, um, open to the public. And I took California to court because they violated my Fourth, Fifth, Sixth, Eighth Amendment. They violated my trust, which was written and filed with the state of California using a UCC-1 filing with the Secretary of State of California back in 2016, 2017. I think it was 2016. Okay, could be 2017. Anyway, but it's an agreement that California and myself and my trust made, and they violated that, and they also violated the United States Code under a few different um, uh, violations, and I called them on it. You know, and that's the thing that you have to understand is like if you guys don't put up a fuss about what these people are doing, they're just going to keep on getting away with whatever it is that you despise. So it's your turn to wake up. It's your turn to make a difference, and it's your turn to start, um, drawing up these cases and doing your homework and figuring out how you can get remedy. And what I mean by remedy is closure in what you want as a living human being. Okay, so yeah, I mean, like I said, I have that one. I also have one that I'm doing with someone very close to me. Okay, and he's following the law. Okay, he paid off a vehicle. Okay, with lawful money from Ally Bank. Okay, everybody's heard of Ally Bank. He's paid off his vehicle with lawful money with Ally Bank. Okay, and they decided to not credit his account. Okay, and they took his vehicle by repo. Okay, they repossessed his vehicle, and they didn't want to give it back. He called the Consumer Bureau. Okay, and he filed a complaint with them, but they didn't want to help him out. You know what I mean? It's like, what can they really do? Nothing. No, like, so you gotta take matters into your own hands. So called me up. He's like, hey brother, this is what's going on. Blah 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 blah. We wrote him an affidavit of a statement of facts. Okay, so we're giving the court all the facts that they need in order to make a decision of why or of what is going on. Okay, and then we filed a notice of tort claim. Okay, and basically what you want to do is you want to let the judge know how you're appearing, who you're appearing against, why. It's like they're breach of trust, and they're breaking the law. Okay, so you tell them what law did they break? They broke the Public Law, United States, the Uniform Commercial Code, the California Business and Professional Code, and the Public Law and United States Code. Okay, so then you give them a list of allegations. On this particular one, I gave them a list of 2 allegations, but one of them had about 4 different laws they broke. So then you just tell them, you bring up what laws that you want that you're bringing them up on, and how and why they broke them, and submit any proof that you have. Give them a summary of what's going on. Give them a conclusion. Write your name, date it, sign it, give it a thumbprint, and then file it. Learn how to do this stuff, people, so you can get remedy, and you can make a difference in what's going on in your community and what's going on in your personal life, and start taking control of all these things that the government is trying to control for you. Because if you're not going to take control, you're giving the government all that they need by tacit agreement for you to just lay down for their program and be controlled. So unless you wake up and do something about it yourself, enjoy being in bondage. Other than that, pick up your mat and do what you're told, and start learning for yourself. You got anything to say, Fonz?
And the thing is that the problem with our situations out there right now is that a lot of people think that they can't learn the information. That the information is not, you have to go to law school in order to know what you know.
Okay, so fun fact. Let me ask you a question. Do you need a law degree to practice or perfect law?
No.
Okay. Now, do you need a law degree in order to pass the bar exam?
I don't know that question.
No, you don't. If you just want to take the test, you can take the test. All right? But do you need a lawyer to represent you in a law case?
You do need a lawyer to represent you in a law case.
False. You do not need a lawyer. You can represent yourself. It's called sui juris. Okay? And look it up. SU space juris. JURIS. Okay? Look it up and you can represent yourself. Anything that you want to do, you can do on your own. And there's a public law. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but if I'm reminded or whatever, I'll post it in the link along with the video of the public law that you need. But if you guys,
this is the great thing about that too. Let me just, I know that a lot of people that are listening will be like, well, I can't do that. Well, look, that's fine. This is why you're around, right?
That's why I'm around. That's why I'm here. Bring me your problems. I will judge your case, and I will judge your case, and if it's something big enough that it can make an impact in more than just one person's life, I will take it to court for you. I will do that. I know how to do that.
And at the end of the day, 100% of nothing is nothing. So you don't lose anything with trying to get what you deserve, what you feel like, whatever it is that that was wronged you. And a lot of us have been wronged. We've been wronged by, we see it all the time in audits. Officers not understanding the law, that are practicing, jurisdictional law while they're out there, whatever it's called, and they can tell you what to do, but only because you don't know your rights.
If you knew your rights,
when you know your rights, they can't tell you what to do. They can bark a bunch of orders out, but if you know how to protect yourself from those orders, you don't incriminate yourself.
That's right.
And so these are all these things, and so that's just the thing. And it's not. A lot of people will say, "Oh, well, it's like, look, I drive around and I haven't been pulled over in years, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen at some point. And the times that I have interacted with officers, it's never been when it comes to those types of things. It's always trying to find what they can find because they pulled me over at this point. Now they're trying to figure out, if I'm a criminal. And it's like, well, no, you didn't pull me over to figure out if I was a criminal. You pulled me over because you said that I was going too fast. So I'm not going to give you any more information than I need to. And so, no, I don't have to roll my window all the way down. I can give you the information that I need, and your safety is not my problem. That's what you signed up for. And so if you have a problem with your safety, talk to your department to give you some, a metal suit or something. I'm just saying, as a people, we have rights, and those departments deal with enough dumbasses. Excuse that, but they deal with enough dumbasses throughout the day that I understand, because officers do lose their lives.
Okay,
over traffic stops.
While we're doing this, people don't. You have no reason to fear the policy enforcement officers in your local city or state. Okay, there's a beautiful United States Code. Okay, Chapter 18, subsection 241. Okay, is your protection from state, local, or government agencies that are parading around under the color of law. Okay, and these officers that are riding around with their little badges and guns and stuff like that, they are sworn and protect. What's their little thing? Protect and serve.
Protect and serve.
But they're not sworn to protect and serve people or citizens of their state. They're sworn to serve and protect their entity, their police, their city, not the people of the city. It's their city, the city, okay, and their laws and their fiction, their fictional city, okay. That's what they're. But Title 18, subsection 241 of the United States Code protects you from those people. And even if they're trying to tell you a lie, 242 protects you from their lies they're trying to tell you. And people, again, like I said, don't be afraid of them. If they want to pursue something with you and they want to, make you do something that you don't want to do, you take them to federal court. Federal court is where you can find remedy. You're not going to find remedy for any kind of these state crimes in a state court. You have to take it to federal court, and you'll win. People win these cases all the time. You know why? Because these officials are guilty, and moreover, they hand sign these confessions of their wrongdoing by okay, so if it's a judge, they handwrite the order out to give. They handwrite it. So like that's a signed confession of coercion. You know what I mean? They're not supposed to be doing that type of stuff. Anyway, that's another conversation for another time.
For another day, yeah.
But
we'll talk about all those things.
But yeah, I mean, I can go for days. But what's up, man? Did this week we cover everything?
Yeah, I think we did pretty good today. I'm sure we got so much more to go. And there's so much juicy stuff out there to touch on. But we just wanted to start getting these out there again. For everybody. Like we mentioned earlier today, and I wanted to talk about the Les Brown Prodigy Program. And that's just something that that we're going to be doing. We're affiliated with Les Brown, and we have been blessed to be able to work with one of the number one motivational speakers in our country. And right now we know that it's some tough times, and the content that we want to share with people helps people get out of those tough times. And it's a man that has been motivating, helping communities and assisting people for over 50 years. The program, it helps you overcome obstacles, how to succeed in life, realigning with your future, why you're worth it. There's just so much to it. It's over 104 lesson plans that you get in email form. It's self. You decide your schedule, and so the whole thing is that people right now need help with mental health and all those things. And so this right now is not a time to sit still and hide away like they tried to indoctrinate us to do, right? Right now it's a time that we should use to grow mentally, spiritually and emotionally.
Get
And
up,
so,
stand up,
you know, we'll talk a little bit
stand
more about
up
that
for
in
your
detail.
rights.
Yeah.
Get up, stand up.
You know,
Don't give
I'll
up the fight.
Yeah. And that's it. Don't sit still. You know, right now isn't the time to sit still. We need to get up and yes, we got to stand up and stand up. You know, So you know, I look forward to continue doing these, and I'll have my podcast up a little bit later on today, and we'll be taking care of that, going over a little bit more of that Prodigy program and what we're about with all that. So.
Right on, brother. All right, this is going to be a quick commercial break because, you know, we like to stay fit and strong around the Apache Underground because we never know when something's going to pop off and we got to stay ready all the time. And can I get a what? What? Anyway, okay, yeah, so, so we stay in the gym around here, okay? Today was a leg day. And, you know, we do all of our work on the side and all that stuff too. So check out the website, support us, press like and subscribe if you like what you've heard. Share with your friends so we can spread the word as much as we can and get people their freedom back. All right. So, but here, check out this little quick commercial. And we'll be back. Bam. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm here to talk to you today about Apache Underground workout supplements. Right here you see me using the Geronimo pre-workout. Tastes great, works even better. Great for drive and focus right before your workout. We also got another couple of great products like the Powwow Protein and vanilla. There's the Geronimo pre-workout. We got Powwow Protein and chocolate. And we also got the Warrior Body BCAAs. Try them all today. Find us on www.apacheunderground.com. We appreciate you. All right, you know, that's the end of the show here. We hope you like it. Check us out, www.apache-underground.com. That's how you can support me. You can share my stuff. That'd be great, you know. Tell your friends, tell your family, and anything else. Appreciate you, and we'll bring some more good information to you soon. All right, have a good one.